Hello YouTube, it's Atticus, and yeah, I hope everybody's well. I'm back with you with a ultra settings game right here of a really cool matchup, and it's lag free. So ladies and gentlemen, we are in business now. So I've took a lord that I've never tried before, but I think she looks really cool, so I think it's really neat to finally try her. It's the Lamelian Vampire Lord, Lamian, is that how you say it? And yeah, what makes her interesting or unique is she has lore of shadows mixed in with lore of vampires. So yeah, it's kind of, her little unique thing. And she also has a thing that lowers, see if it'll let me click on it here. Yeah, right here. It's called Seduction, which will lower melee attack and speed in the area around her. So that's going to come really handy when she drops in on that dragon. You can see that I did take the undead dragon, so I'm going to have access to the breath weapons, obviously. And yeah, some really good damage potential. For my front line here, guys, I took a really large army, and now I don't have to worry about it lagging if I take big armies, so I'm kind of excited to experiment with that. So you can see I've taken a mixture of Grave Guard, Crypt Ghouls. I have one Corpse Cart on the Holy Lodestone, that's the healing one, the Sternsmen, and then I have 4 units of Spears in the back right here, so it's a really big number. I'm trying to meet the pirate zombies on their own, on their own field. And you can see over here I have Black Knights and they have Varix Reavers. So really powerful, really big. The idea behind the army is just to win through sheer attrition. I'm just going to try to overwhelm my opponent through sheer numbers, getting some really good ref weapons with my Vampire Lord, and also debuffing the army through her seduction ability. Over here in Deep Vanguard, you see I also have the Dire Pack, and these guys I'm hopefully going to be able to shut down any artillery. And you can see my opponent has posted in a really good defensive position like that. And that's really the thing cool about this map is it has some really cool areas that you can deploy at. And you can see my opponent has brought in Queen Bess. For his lord choice, he did take Aranessa, which of course is going to give the anti-large bonus to everybody in his, that she stands around. And yeah, he took a front line. He took really heavy on numbers as well. 4 zombie pirate with deckhand pole arms. He has a really strong firing line here of deck gunners, and one of them being the ethereal units. So yeah, that's really dangerous for my vampire lord on the dragon. I have to be sure that I don't get her sniped. You can see over here, he has a carronade, he has a depth guard of pole arms, and a Queen Bess, ladies and gentlemen. Not to mention 2 different sirens here. So yeah, we're going to see which vampire faction is more powerful just through numbers. So let's go ahead and start the match here. So let's go ahead and fast forward it while we move on the approach. So yeah, right off the bat here, he's going to have the advantage, obviously, since he has range. So yeah, you can see that Queen Bess is going to fire, and yeah, he's going to get a direct hit right onto my Grave Guard, which is really unfortunate. You can see that his carronade has been opening up on my Corpse Cart, but the thing is it has regeneration, so it's not that much of a threat. Oh, we got something over here I want to show you guys. You can see I'm going to get a really good pendulum, and that's going to do a lot of damage on those zombies. He was perfectly lined up for me, so I was able to get that early damage. You can see over here, my Warhounds are getting in position. I was hoping he's not paying attention. I'm trying to go around this side and get into Queen Bess. You can see that I'm trying to get a zombie summon on his range, and I decided I would take the damage just because I could heal it. But it's going to do one thing. It's going to shut down a big part of his range. And you can see right there the zombie summons are going to get cast, and they won't get terrified, so they won't run away. But yeah, you can see the damage, almost half health from all those gunners. So it was kind of a calculated risk that I took. I figured on the approach here, at least my army won't be getting shot, and especially how slow they are. You can see my cav units right here are starting to get in position. They're taking a little bit of incoming damage. And yeah, you can see that the Dire Pack now is fighting against the Depth Guard. We are trying to get into Queen Bess. We've only done a little bit of damage. And you can see that Queen Bess has just been devastating this whole match. Let's go ahead and see where this shot lands right here. So, boom, right into the Sternsman, which is really unfortunate. Seeing that he wasn't really paying attention, though, I'm going to get my cav into the main engagement right here. I'd say the biggest threat to my army is all these deck gunners. So yeah, I'm just swarming in. We're going to try to get the jaws of my trap just to collapse on them. And you can see that, yeah, it's kind of working. We're able to get into the carronade here, and we're going to be able to shut it down. And our front lines are getting ready to collide. And yeah, we've both done a little bit of damage to each other. I've got that the pendulum, and he's had the artillery. Over here, you can see that my Vampire Lord has finally kind of got some of her health back up. And yeah, I'm going to start moving into position. You can see I'm going to get another really good pendulum over here. It's going to do some pretty good damage. And yeah, so the best thing about that, guys, is it's going to cause crumbling. And you see that my Crypt Ghouls are going to really shred through these zombies. He doesn't have any depth guard or anything like that that can really be a threat. And I'm going to land my Vampire Lord into his army right here. I casted another unit of zombies. Where was it at? I heard it. I casted it somewhere. You can see that my opponent, it does cast a, I thought it was a net spell. Must be seeing things. You can see my spear units are finally starting to collide up. And my Vampire Lord, yeah, up on her dragon, guys. She's just doing a lot of damage. It's unfortunate that she doesn't terrify. But yeah, I'm even going to cast, my opponent does cast Hornswoggle, which is going to lower the leadership and defense of my opponent. Make it a little bit easier for him to do damage. But yeah, all across the battle, guys, my units are just destroying these zombies. We're just far superior with the crypt ghouls and things like that. Over here, these ones are holding up a little bit longer, but we're getting ready to free up this middle pocket right here. And you can see, yeah, these 2 units are free, and now I got 4 units that are going to start rushing up the middle. Over here, you can see that, yeah, I do cast Seduction, which is going to lower the stats of my opponent. I was trying to get the mouse over it, but yeah, I lowered the melee defense, and I think it was physical resistance if it was. And I've gotten these 2 units right now, the zombies and the crypt ghouls, into his range. So yeah, his whole formation is pretty much just fell. Queen Bess, unfortunately, is still alive, and it's doing a lot of damage, and I have a lot of troops that are right here, still kind of grouped up, which is, yeah, it's unfortunate. But there ain't much we can do about it. I am going to make a really big mistake, guys. I am going to send my zombie here, my Vampire Lord, to deal with the cannon, but he has so much depth guard here for protecting, and you'll see in a second I am going to get netted. Over here in the main engagement, it's pretty much just became a mosh pit, guys. I'd say I have the numbers advantage, but he has superior troops, and the balance of power is like dead in the center. Right here is really dangerous for me. This is a really bad mistake on my part to do that when when they're all grouped up like that, because it means Queen Bess will just rampage right through it. You can see I'm just landing my Vampire Lord, but he does net me. I was trying to do a little damage to Aranessa. And yes, she is anti-large, so I'm going to take a lot of damage in that engagement. And you can see that my units are just getting destroyed by Queen Bess. Even though I was able to get a zombie summon, I forgot to mention that, right on the Queen Bess trying to shut it down. And we're going to see another direct hit by Queen Bess, and this is just devastating me. Over here you can see the Vampire Lord and Aranessa and the Sirens. They're actually chewing through the dragon pretty effectively. Over here you can see that the zombies... zombie horde, the Day of the Dead, is colliding in on that Queen Bess, and we're just trying to do everything in my power to shut it down, since it's been so devastating for me. You can see I'm going to get another direct breath weapon right onto Aranessa, and that's going to really put things back in my favor, guys. It lowers her to half health. I'm going to charge in, and what I'm doing is I'm just trying to cycle charge, trying to do as much damage as I can, and get out. And I've invested so many troops over here to try to shut down Queen Bess, and I've just been unfortunate. He had a really good pocket of these depth guard who have protected it throughout the whole game. And you can see this is his last shot from Queen Bess, and right in the middle of my troops. And now I have so many of my troops crumbling, which is really unfortunate. Over here, I want to show it to you guys. Yeah, I cast Seduction again, which minuses the melee attack and speed, not physical resist, excuse me. And yeah, it's just making my lower tier troops be able to attack these guys a lot more effectively. I am going to get a zombie summon over here, which is going to hold these halberds from getting into my dragon. So, yeah, at this point, I really got to keep my Vampire Lord alive, just because I have such, low-tier armies compared to his, or units compared to his. And this was a huge mistake, guys. I do land my Lord right into Queen Bess. I didn't look at the ammunition. I thought it was still active. And you can see he's going to send all his Depth Guard right on top of the Vampire Lord. And as I'm trying to pull away, I do believe he gets a net. Yep, there it is. So I'm thinking, oh crap, this could be game-changing for me. Even though the balance of power is strongly in my favor, look how quick my Vampire Lord is just getting gooned. Excuse me, I don't know what that was. Just getting gooned. But you can see over here, guys, we've dealt with all the infantry, all the Sirens, all his shaft units, and now I just have this huge horde of, zombies, skeleton warriors, grave guards, and now it's just a battle of attrition. You can see the balance of power is back right in the middle because he was able to snipe my Lord. But numbers are on my side. Like I said, war of attrition. He has one unit of half health Depth Guard, and Aranessa, at a quarter, at half health, versus just this mass gathering of the undead right here. This is like something from a horror movie. You can see zombies fighting zombies, vampire pirates fighting skeleton spearmen. You got my corpse cart, which is really important for me at this point because it is causing the mass healing. You can see my units are right on the brink of crumbling, so if he's able to snipe out my corpse cart, my units will just fall, and he'll be able to hold the line. Now, luckily for me, I do have the Sternsmen somewhere in here. There they are, which are at half health, and these guys obviously regenerate, and they're the ones who are going to be able to do pretty much the most damage to these Depth Guard, and these are the polearm variant, luckily for me, so they're not doing as much damage as like the normal ones would. You can see over here, Aranessa's going to get an all hands ahoy, which is given a leadership, weapon damage, armor piercing buff to his army. But yeah, we're getting a full surround over here. Over on this battle, you can see my Grave Guard and my zombies were able to kill his last little polearm units, and now we're going to start sending those guys around the side here to try to flank. And yeah, I mean, it's just right down to the wire, guys. And, you know, even in the lore, you know, Aranessa and the Depth Guards would probably be able to chew through all these different units just because they're so elite. You know, one vampire could take out hundreds of zombies probably, but, you know, and luckily for the sense of the game here, it's just too much for them. And you can see we're just slowly and surely just crumbling these guys down, you know, chipping away at them. And yeah, for this last few seconds, guys, let's just enjoy the beauty of these ultra settings. The lighting, the shadowing of it, it's just so beautiful. So, alright, I'll go ahead and fast forward it. Just because all it is right now is just me wearing them down. But yeah, isn't this map just awesome? There were so many cool maps, guys, when I've been doing replays, you know, to show you guys. I'm really excited. Let's go ahead and look at the in-screen breakdown, talk about some of the keys for my success. And yeah, key number one, guys, was numbers. And yeah, and luckily for me, when the Vampire Coast wants to try to meet you on the number game, you're going to have more powerful units. He has what? Zombies, Sirens, and Depth Guard, which are pretty expensive. I have a middle tier unit called, you know, Crypt Ghouls. And yeah, the Grave Guard are actually just really, really good as well. Obviously, they don't need any, you know, they don't need me to hype them up. So even if he tries to go numbers, the Vampire, the way I would explain it, guys, is Vampire Coast, their advantage obviously is the ranged. Your advantage is more powerful low tier units, which in this, you know, in this case paid off for me. Also, yeah, I mean, my Vampire Lord, the Lemillion, I can't really say that, but her seduction really came in handy to help turn the things in my favor. Even though he had more elite troops, you know, taking away their melee attack just means mine hit a lot better. And you can see, guys, the kills. I mean, these Crypt Ghouls were 100 kills, 68, 75. They just did really good. If you're fighting against a Vampire Coast, yeah, consider Crypt Ghouls, guys. And as for my opponent, amazing Queen Bess play. 519 kills, guys. And he was able to get off a full shooting of it the whole game. So yeah, that was really impressive. I don't think I've ever seen an artillery priest get that much damage. So really good gameplay to you, Commando Derpo. So, alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that ultra settings 4K video. That is the new standard for my channel. So now the only thing that needs to improve is me becoming a better caster. You know, but some days I feel like I do better than others. So I'll keep working on it, guys, and I'll keep trying to bring you cool and unique builds and giving you useful insight on, you know, different matchups. So all right, it's Atticus. Thank you, guys. I'm really excited now that we got, you know, a little bit of production value on my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.